do you say today we have a look at the Heng Long? This is a Chinese company. This actually came straight from China. It takes about 4 to 6 weeks to get here. Anyway, it's a remote control tank. This is the M1A2 Abrams. Now this thing does quite a lot, and you'll have a startup switch on the radio control. Actually, we'll give you the sequence of startup sounds on the tank itself. It launches airsoft BBs with recoil. Has little machine gun sound on it with little LED lights up. We're going to get into all of that. You know, I'm a radio control guy. I run another radio control, or another channel that's all radio control. And so this has always been a passion of mine. But this is kind of cool. So there's some damage in this box. I'm hoping there's nothing wrong with it. As you can see right there, there's a big hole in the box there. But I'm not even sure what version this is. Yeah, we know the model. It's an M1A2. But it comes in multiple versions. So you can upgrade these things as well, you know, with metal tracks. And if it's a standard version, it's going to come with plastic tracks. But you can upgrade these things with steel gears, zinc gears, metal tracks, rubber tracks, whatever. You know, whatever you want, whatever you're going to be using it for. So yeah, this is 1/16 scale. I'm not sure how we're going to go about finding an action figure for that, but I believe there is a tank commander inside, so that's not going to be too much of a big deal. So yeah, we'll spin it around here real quick. You can see some of the options here that they talk about for upgradability. We'll give you a blueprint of the tank there with little dots here outlining what each dot does. And of course, a write-up. And on the side, gives you a quick breakdown of radio control and its functions. And let's see here. Some images. The tank itself. Let me take a quick look at that. Yeah. Okay, so what's on the bottom? Oh, more blueprints. Big box, so I'm sure it's going to be a big tank. Well, I'm not a stranger to these tanks. My brother actually had one of these a few years back. It wasn't an Abrams, but it's made by the same company, and we were very impressed with it. So yeah, so what do you say? You know what, I don't want to cut. I want to actually open box this. This box is in rough condition. I'm just going to unbox this right here right now, and of course we're going to get a review on this thing as well. Thing here. It's never been opened. That's a good thing. Cheap styrofoam. I mean, styrofoam is one thing, but that cheap styrofoam. I want to spill my coffee. There's a piece of crap handle. I see stickers on a manual. Nope, I see a manual down there. Here's some stickers. What do we have here? We have this, we'll call this a Mickey Mouse battery charger. This is a Mickey Mouse. And what I mean by that, it's kind of junky, kind of crap. It doesn't matter. I'm going to actually cut this end off and use my charger, my real charger, and I'll put 5 amps in here to charge a battery. Because if this is anything like a standard RC charger, it could take up to 8 hours to charge this battery. Yeah, 800 milliamp. So yeah, it's about a 9-hour charge on this battery charger. With mine, oh, here's a fun thing. It came with a European style plug. Not much I can do with that anyway. So, but I don't care about that, because I'm going to use my charger. Let's see what we have here. So we'll relegate that over to the shit pile. And that's the way it is with RC stuff. You open boxes, you're like, okay, well, I don't need that. What do we have here? Oh, these are parts that actually go on the tank. Lots of accessories. Holy crap. There's our BBs, little airsoft BBs. And we'll set this aside. I want to see what's in here. And our tank commander looks like he's going to be needing a paint job. Which looks like he's primed up pretty good. That's nice. He's got a dark green primer on him. He almost looks like Patton, but the tank is a little late for Patton. And there is a couple of radio knobs. What I mean by that is these radio knobs, they go into little ports in the radio, and we'll go through that. And you'll see that like got a little diamond edge wedging on there. That's for soft touch. In radio control, you want to be able to feel as much as you can. So these little knobs are designed for touch. They're not necessary if you just want to go balls out. But if you're going to do fine maneuvering, we'll check those out here shortly. And here goes more parts for our tank. And some two-phase tape. I don't know what that's for. We'll pull this out. More parts. Looks like a machine gun that actually gets ported in there. Alright, so I think that's all of this. So let's get that off. This thing is pretty big, I must say. So yeah, this cheap little radio here. God, is that cheesy? The radio, I mean. I won't be saving any of that styrofoam. That's horrible. So yeah. So here we go. Let's talk about those guys. See these guys here? They port right down inside the radio. Gosh, is this a junky radio. But interesting enough, it looks like it's a 4 or maybe even 8 channel radio. Now if you go to buy an aftermarket 8 channel radio, it'll cost you about $400. So you just can't go sitting there throwing this in the garbage, because this radio does so many functions. So for instance, on radio control, that's a channel, 1 channel, 2 channel, 3 channel, 4 channel, 5 channel, 6 channel, 7 channel, 8 channel. This is an 8 channel radio. And oh sorry, 9, 10. It's a 10 channel radio. So yeah, you're probably looking at about $700 if you wanted to upgrade your radio to a really good radio. So we'll have to see how this one performs. But it is 2.4 gigahertz, so we don't have that stupid long antenna that comes out. So the vehicle is not encumbered by that goofy old style antenna that come out of there. So yeah, you gotta love microwave band radio control, because it really is cool. So now let's see what's up here. Now I guess I should probably have a look at the manual here. Why not? It's showing us how to put our battery in, which is on the bottom. I would have to guess. Oh yeah, of course, all of the functions to our radio. That's pretty boring to you guys. And 7.4 volt, which means it's telling me that it's a 2S LiPo instead of a 6L nickel cadmium. If that's the case, bonus. Question is, how many milliamp hour is it? I want to blow this stuff off too. You want to have the longer the milliamp hour, the longer the runtime. A milliamp hour in radio control is your gas tank. So yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm going to take a quick break and get this cleaned up and get all this styrofoam off of here, and I'll be back. So basically we got quite a bit of assembly, actually add-on parts to the hull of this tank. So you got, not only did you get yourself a radio control model, there is some assembly required, which I'm not a stranger to, but almost, some of these parts are almost like a model kit where you require glue, but not all of them. So we're going to get these parts installed and get our stickers on, because that'll finish it off. And then we're going to come back and we're going to start demonstrating this this tank and all of its features. So we got to figure out where the smoke oil goes. I'm sure with most of this stuff it's preloaded with smoke oil, but probably a minor bit. And we'll just reload it for safety's sake. And then we'll go through this thing and we'll see what it can do. All right, so we'll be back. Was there a lot of parts to put on this thing? It was 45 minutes of detaching parts from the sprue, and finding out where they go. And the instructions were not very clear at all. In fact, there's a couple funny things in the instructions that I had to stop just to laugh. So yeah, the hole for adding. I'll get to that in a minute. So anyway, and all of the stickers you see, you know, here, there, all of them, they weren't even pre-cut. You had to take your X-Acto knife and cut them to put them on. What a pain in the ass. So anyway, it looks good. It looks great right now. So yeah, I know it just seems like it was, oh, that was just a second ago. For us, my son and I, it was 45 minutes since we shut the camera off to get this done. So anyway, now maybe we can get in here to demonstrate this thing. And I checked out the smoke, and there was very little puffs coming out. This smoke here is called proto smoke. This is from Mike's Train House. This is for trains, and I'm a train guy too. This stuff smokes like the Hades. So we put some into the hole for adding. Here, real quick. You got to see this. Real quick. Here. This is the instructions on how to add smoke fluid to your tank. And right there, if you can see that, it says the hole for adding. The hole of adding. I'm sorry, the hole of adding. So yeah, pretty vague. But alright. So anyway, we can fire this thing up and start demoing it right now. And first, you always want to, in radio control, you turn your radio on first. Get yourself a nice bright light there. This takes 6 AA batteries, fresh. This takes a nickel 2S lithium polymer battery. So that's been charged. I did that already. And it'll just sit there with the lights on, flashing, until we hit the start button, which is right here. It's a little lock. Just and there, the tank is fired up. Lots going on here. The right side here controls your turning, your forward motion, and your reverse. So basically, see that? Reverse, forward. The left side controls your turret and your cannon. So up, down, turret, sound features on here. On this side, up here in the corner, you have the sound of machine gun noise, indicated by a flash of light there. Bring this around. It comes with a target. If you want to practice your targeting, but we're not going to do that. To fire a BB, there's a safety feature on here. You have to hold this upper corner button right here. You have to push up on this stick. And do not aim that at anybody. It hurts. You can see the recoil in the tank. We'll give it another one. So, pretty cool, huh? So let's get this thing spun around here. Back it up a little bit. Alright. Some more things here. It has full suspension. So you got springs throughout the entire side. So it'll suspend both sides. Not as good as an independent suspension RC car, but you know what? Pretty good. Oh, the smoke. Let's have a look here. Let's move it forward a little bit. and I will turn the smoke on. I just turned it on, so the element's heating, and you can see the smoke. And we're using Christmas scent, which is basically pine. And yes, they come in many, many scents. Bacon and eggs, coffee, jasmine, you name it. Whatever you like. So yeah, it's been snowing outside, but I think we can take this outside on the part that I've shoveled and try it out. Because I want to see it roll. I really do. So yeah, the next clip you see will be outside. Wait, 1 second. I wanted to show you also real quick. The same button that fires it up also shuts it down. So if we hit this, it shuts the whole thing down, just leaving you with some flashing lights. So yeah. But remember, in this world of lithium-ion batteries, you never want to leave them plugged in. And unfortunately for this, we're going to shut it off. But it's not exactly easy to get to this battery because you got to remove a screw for the battery compartment and then pull the battery out and disconnect it. Two things about that. One, it makes you take the battery out. Two, that's a good thing because you had never store a lithium-ion battery inside any vehicle. In fact, you should never store batteries of any kind inside any vehicle. The difference between an alkaline battery and a lithium-ion, the lithium-ion can burn your house down. So you want to store those in a cool, dry place, like in your refrigerator or in a very cool basement. Okay, so next time you see us, we'll be outside. I don't like the proportioning on this.
Yeah.
No, because you can't get enough control for speed. You know? run the smoke unit. Back it back up to the seat. So yeah, to finish up this review, I say this is a bargain at $180 for RC vehicle. It could stand to be upgraded, primarily in the radio department, but they could get quite expensive. There's a few things out here. I mean, the plastic tracks performed very well out on that very cold, snowy surface. There are some upgrades that you can buy from the manufacturer. Let me grab this little manual here. And it's my understanding that there is a version to this tank that completely comes upgraded already, but the price is going to go up substantially. So you can do it over time. Like these metal driving wheels, which you see back here. These are plastic. I don't know if there's a point to upgrading those right now, but if you were going to upgrade to the metal track, you would almost have to upgrade that metal idler wheel. And all of these wheels here, they sell in metal as well. But my biggest thing is controlling the speed. It seems like the stick, the signal, doesn't engage till it's almost at medium speed, not a slow speed. So that's not really fully a digital proportional radio. It is, but it's not very good, because you should be able to get a very slow speed. And when you go to spin, just at a slight tweak, it's almost at full speed rotating. You'd want to do that at a slower speed. And that's one of the upgrades that I fear is going to have to be done if you want to truly enjoy this tank. However, they also sell a bearing for each one of these wheels, which is not pre-equipped. Has plastic bushings in there, so bearings would be much needed hop up. Yeah, so anyway, in conclusion, $180 for a complete RC vehicle with smoke unit, BB launcher, lights, sound. I call that a bargain. So yeah, lots of play value here. Get another one of these, get somebody to come out there with you. You guys can actually have a battle and have a blast. And I'm not exactly sure what the battery life is right now. They claim 20 minutes with their batteries. I'm sure if I put a 5,000 milliamp in there, it's probably an hour and a half. These are just standard brushed motors. So 5,000 milliamp, definitely an hour and a half on a single charge. So yeah, you know what? That's been my look at the Heng Long M1A2 Abrams tank. And yeah, this could be a blast. So Howlin' Wolf out.